What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles daily or week daily live stream every single weekday here at 5:45 p.m. right after ATB. Where's my ATG? Where's my ATB gang? Let me see you guys in chat. Let me know if you came from ATB. How did DZ treat you? I think I might be your host tomorrow, possibly. But guys, what is going on? Thank you so much for tuning in to this wonderful stream. We are going to be covering Bitcoin. What is going on with Bitcoin? Are we going up? Are we going down? We got bullish things. We got bearish things. We're going to take a look at everything. I'm going to let you guys know what I think, what direction I think this market is headed. Again, I apologize for being 10 minutes late here. The technical difficulties that we have been experiencing on this channel have been unmatched by any technical difficulties ever faced in the history of mankind, guys. But we got through it. We're live, 10 minutes late, but we're basically on time here, so we're going to rip. We're back in the studio, guys. We're not going to be late tomorrow. If I have anything to do with this, we will not be late tomorrow. But sometimes you just got to fight the technology, right? But we're back in the studio. Thank God. So back to our normal programming here, guys. But we're taking a look at Bitcoin. We're taking a look at some of the alts. Not all of them. We'll take a look at some of them. But thank you all for being here. Before we go ahead and jump into it, let's go ahead and say what is up to chat. And then we'll come back to the charts. Let me just get our little pop-out chat here. Guys, how about that giveaway on Friday? 55 NFTs, I think, between last week and the week before. Or maybe it was just last week. 200 XRP, 200 Cardano given away. You guys should, if you won, you should be getting your NFTs. If not today, maybe tomorrow. This week, you will definitely get everything. We are sending everything out. So shout out to everybody who won the Cardano NFT giveaways and the ADA and XRP giveaways. Let's see who we got in chat today. Let's see, Crypto Sasquatch, what is up? Welcome back. Thank you for being here, man. 3 + 6 equals... I think that's 21. That is 21. Thank you for being here with the tree and the fire emoji. I think I know what you're up to. What is going on? Thank you for being here. Crypto Fiend, what is going on? I just fired this up. Believe me, I'm chill. Let's go. David, what is going on? Anonymous, F to Frankie's dial-up internet connection. Absolutely. F's in chat for Frank's internet. I don't really know what is F's in chat, right? What does that even mean? Can someone explain that to an old man like me? Ken Smith, what is going on? Jesse, what's up? Crypto Anon says, it's sauce time. Anon, you were absolutely right. Captain Kirk, Coinslinger today. She's just Captain Kirk, Coinslinger today. Crypto Anon, Captain Kirk, Tyler Durden, and Tony D. I don't know why I'm slapping everything, but our wonderful mods, thank you for everything you do. CandleMafia, let's show them some love. Let's see, what you think, is Frankie gonna go ATL Ben on us today? ATL Ben, all right. Let's see, let's get a couple more in here before we get cooking here. Gene, what is going on? Javit the Barber, welcome back. As always, Scuba Steve, what is going on? Free Will, what's going on? Vinny, Martin, the Real Thomas, Lazarus, the Hybrid Family, Adam V Slim, welcome back. F, here we go. F's in chat, let's get it. Even though I don't really know what I don't know what I'm doing with the F's in chat thing. I think it means like I don't even know. Somebody let me know. Biomex, what's going on? DM and Anthony, what's up? Everybody, Smile, Thesis himself, and HC Snake GVV, Derek, and the original power couple. What is going on, guys? Without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump into these charts because we have some interesting stuff going on, exciting times to be had. So let's go ahead and jump into the charts. Here we are, guys. Today's energy is brought to you by this blue can of water. It's very purified from the volcanoes in Hawaii. The Hawaiian volcanic. This is Hawaiian volcanic energy water. So super fancy stuff. But yeah. Shout out to Hawaiian Volcanic Water. We love you. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and jump into the charts here. Here we go. On the daily, guys. Now, obviously, Bitcoin has taken a bit of a tumble here, but recovered. We are recovering, obviously. Now, on the daily time frame, right, we do have the bullish divergence that if you watch the channel, we knew this was here, and we were keeping an eye on it. Bullish divergence, right? For anybody who is new, you have lower highs on your momentum waves and you have lower lows on your price action. That is what makes the bullish divergence. So when you have, this is a pretty extreme example of it. When you have the price making lower lows and the momentum waves making higher lows, typically you see price get squeezed up, to the upside. Now, I know we're getting a little bit of, positive price action here, but I want you guys to be careful, right? Because again, I've said this a million times. I sound like a broken record. We are in a bear market. The bullish setups don't usually play out as well as they do in a bull market, as you guys know. But with something as rare as a daily bullish divergence, I do think this could, keyword could, possibly bring us up. We could see some relief from this, but I am being very, very, very cautious. For the basic sole fact of, when things like this happen and we get, even 4-hour bullish divergence, we want to see a strong move up, right? And we're getting rejected at this value area low level that we have had on the chart for quite some time. So finding a little bit of resistance there, but let's just go back to the daily and let's actually kind of come up here, right? 2-day VWAP, right? 2-day VWAP coming up towards that zero line may be printing a a green dot on this momentum wave for the 2-day, possibly putting in a bullish divergence here on the 2-day as well. Obviously, what happens on the lower time frames tends to bleed into the higher time frames, but 2-day green dot, that is somewhat bullish. Coming down here to the higher hourly time frames, 16-hour, money flow starting to come up here. Let's see, 10-hour, 8-hour VWAP coming down, 4-hour. If you guys, I do just like to point out how you guys can find good trades, even if I haven't taken the trade. Now, full disclosure, I have not taken this trade, but, you did have a bullish divergence here on the 4-hour, right? This you could have caught a nice move off of, right? If you even got in right on that green dot printing right about here, you could have rode that up. Wick to wick, it's about 18%. No one's going to get in at the exact bottom and get out at the exact top, but that is a decent move. You could have caught a nice little long there, a nice little scalp long. Nonetheless, VWAP coming back down, probably going to be printing a red dot here shortly with a little bit of a trigger wave here, right? So that actually doesn't look too hot to me in my own personal opinion. But coming down to these lower time frames here, 15-minute kind of wishy-washy here, 30-minute in the green, 90-minute actually looking pretty good, right? Coming up with that money flow, starting to come back down a little bit, but your VWAP is coming up, probably going to print a green dot here pretty soon, but that generally looks pretty good. Your 1 hour, right? Your 1 hour has been in the red here for a long time, right? So I do think we're probably due to come into the green here. Now, another thing that is making me feel pretty good about this is this green dot with this little trigger wave here. This is actually pretty bullish. So this is making me feel good. With that 1 hour money flow, with that trigger wave, it does seem pretty good, but not getting much of a reaction off of it at the moment. Doesn't mean it can't play out, yeah, typically you do see price start to move a decent bit here, but time to pick up the pace here, Bitcoin. Move. Geez. But nonetheless, 1 hour looking pretty bullish. 2 hour, let me just stretch this out a little bit. 2 hour, 2 hour coming up, right? Money flow looking pretty good there. You did get snake eyes. You got snake eyes on the 2 hour here. 3 hour, money flow coming up. VWAP kind of came down and then, is popping back up at the moment. Yeah, it is, 4 hours starting to come up, VWAP coming down, right? So, with this 15 minute just wobbling in that money flow, I would say your bullish case really does lie in this 1 hour with the trigger wave. This actually looks pretty good, but it's not playing out. It's not really playing out like they usually do, but this could turn into a decent move to the upside, hopefully. Now, again, you want to be careful. We're in a bear market, guys. You want to expect the relief, right? You expect the relief to be coming in here, but every time we think that, we just get slammed back down to the downside. So you just want to approach with caution. Now, talking about levels, let's just get down to the nitty-gritty here. Levels to watch if we continue to the upside, right? I am almost, with this 90-minute coming close, I'm looking for longs. I'll say that. I am looking for longs, but I'm being cautious, guys. I'm being very cautious. because there's been a couple other times where we've been looking for longs. I actually don't think I updated you guys on that. I did pull up a long that we were trying to get into, or that I had gotten into recently. It was I brought it. It was a red trade. It was in the red. I brought it up. I got stopped out. I got stopped out of that trade in the red. I think we were down like. I don't know, it was like 10, 15%. We got stopped out. But it was a small trade. I had not entered the full position yet, so it's not a big deal. But I do like to let you guys know when I win and I lose, right? I'm not hopping on this live stream pretending like I win every single trade. So just for anyone who thinks like, we're trying to, that was a trade, that was a lost trade. I could go back and see how much it was for if you guys are interested. But that trade that the last trade we brought up into the red, I got stopped out, which the reason I'm bringing that up is because that was the last time I was looking for longs, and it just got stopped out. Like I said, you don't win them all, especially when we're going against the trend, right? Because the trend is your friend until it ends, right? So, we were expecting a little bit of relief. I entered a starter long position right there. We just tried to get the position started with a little bit of money, and then we just got stopped out, right? We thought we were going to get a nice long, and it just kept going down, right? So you want to approach this very cautiously. But the one thing you have on your side here that we did not have last time is the bullish divergence on the daily. This is nothing to joke about, guys. Daily bullish divergence is very, very strong. So you just want to keep that in mind. This is making me feel pretty good, but it doesn't mean it's 100% going to play out. So now levels to watch. These are my levels. Now, I shared this chart in the Discord, guys, and it worked. It worked for a little bit. It worked for like a day, and then I started getting messages, hey, the chart defaulted to some random chart. There were no levels or anything. I think that's on TradingView's end. I don't think it's anything I did. I didn't change the access. I didn't delete the chart. Nothing on my end. Everything's been the same. So I think it's a TradingView bug, but at least you guys got to get your eye on it for a little bit. But let's talk about these current levels. I could try to share this again in the Discord, but it might be, I don't know how long it would work for. But levels were, also, can we just talk about this real quick, guys? Let's just talk about this real quick. As Discord fires up. Now, our levels, guys, our levels were hit. This was our target. I put it in the Discord. This level, I mean, we came a little bit below, but that is the level we were looking for. Almost touched it. I mean, we touched it basically perfectly. Obviously, we wicked below. You're never going to get it exact, but that spider line held, right? We broke below and then popped right back up, closed above it, and that wound up being the local bottom. Local bottom, guys. I'm not saying this is the bottom. I'm saying local bottom. But if we can just pull up, I do just want to bring this up for anybody who is not in the Discord. Please, for the love of God, get in this Discord. Let's see, where was our last call here? So I think this was on the 15th. I said, so right now we have, is this the most recent one? Or is it this one? I think it's this one. No, it is not this one. Is it this one? Let's see. No, that was 20,100. What is our level here? No, this is the $18,000 level. Maybe I put it in the general chat. I'm not 100% sure, but I warned you guys in the Discord about, this breakdown, right? Obviously, we have low volume in these areas. We smashed right through to the bottom box, and then we were talking about if we lose this white box, or maybe it was on the stream. I don't know. We said it. But I was saying when we break this white box, chances are we're probably coming right down to this spider line. We came right down, and then that's right where we bounced off of, came up, made a higher low, and then came up and moved back into the box. Now, next levels to watch right now for me is this value area low, right? Strong level of resistance and support, whether you're below or above it. Obviously, it makes a difference. But if we could get above this value area low, right? If we could peak up above this value area low, test it as support, and come up, the next level would be this spider line at about 21,572, which, are we going to get this big relief bounce, right? Where we've seen in previous bear markets where we get a 50% pump, even a 100% pump. Daily bullish divergence would point towards that, but with the way things have been lately, I would obviously be very careful, as I've been saying. But, maybe this is we come up, right? We could come up and start to look for possible shorts down to a lower level here. Or, the next level above that would be this 200-week moving average, which is, coming in at about 22,200 and something. Kind of hard to put a number on it on this low time frame. But we're basically, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of start to range here a little bit, because as you guys know, we usually get these big moves and then we range, and then we get a big move and then we range. But these are some levels, right? Immediate support right below you. We do have the spider line here at about 20,150. Underneath that, you have the bottom of the box, right, at 18,980. And then above us, if we can break up, turn this value area low into support and work our way up towards this next spider line, it does come in at 21,550. And if we get above that and test these levels up here, this is getting closer to about 22.4, right, the top of this box. So these are some levels that I am watching. Now, something, you know, another thing to talk about here, guys, which I think is important, is, I mean, here you go. We are now closed a weekly candle below, right, below, let me just remove these drawings real quick. We have now closed a weekly candle below the 200-week moving average, right? So we have done this in the past. We typically don't spend much time below the 200-week moving average if we do close below it. But, you know, if we stay underneath this, it could start getting pretty ugly for Bitcoin. Now, obviously, you know, a lot of people have these, you know, these low targets for Bitcoin, which I do think could be in the cards, right? Not impossible. I mean, I know a lot of people are pulling this move here and then bringing it down. And where is it? Yeah, what is this? Brings us down to about 10K. I know a lot of people are pulling that measured move. And then, you know, even if we pull up some other moving averages, I think these are actually, you know, moving average. We'll move another one. You know, this might be worth to keep. These might be worth keeping on your chart, right? You do have the 300-week moving average. And then let's take a look at the 400-week moving average, right? Because if we start, you know, really getting below 400-week, why is there? Oh, I know why. We've got to actually, let's get these drawings back, and then let's come up here, and then let's pull these moving averages on this, right? You have the 300 and the 400 that you can keep an eye on. Let me just add them really quick. Bear with me. 300, that's 9,300. We don't want that. 300, boom, and then the 400, bada boom. So these are some other levels that you guys can kind of keep an eye on, or I guess we have to keep on the week. So yeah, right now, 300-week moving average coming in at about 16.5. You know, that's pretty close to 1,700. And then down here, this one's coming in at 12, right? So you can keep an eye on these moving averages if we continue to stay below this 200-week. I do think if we continue to close these weekly candles underneath the 200-week moving average, you know, this is where things can start to get pretty ugly, and we can start to get down to these lower targets. Now, another thing you want to remember is, you know, this macro golden pocket, right? We've talked about it a bazillion times. Where's my other, yeah, I think that's actually completely off all my charts now. So I just pulled it again right here for you guys. You have the macro golden pocket here that obviously we didn't know if we were going to hold or not. Obviously we broke it. But right underneath that, you know, we did come down to this next fib level, this 786 fib level, and that is perfectly where we got that nice little bounce, this wick to, right to that 786 fib level. So, you know, this, when we do come down here, hopefully we could get a bounce off of here, at least something, you know, somewhat of a bounce off of this. But if we start breaking below this, I mean, you're getting into the 15K range. Now you're getting closer to that 12K mark, that 10K mark, and God forbid that 7K mark that I know some people are looking at. So just don't think it's impossible for Bitcoin to go to 7K, guys. Not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying don't think it's impossible, right? I know there's a lot of people out there that be like, that's impossible. This guy's an idiot. This guy is a complete moron. Why would he talk about a 7K Bitcoin? It's never going to happen. They were calling me an idiot when I said we could possibly break the golden pocket that we were at. And look at us now. So you just want to remember that. It's the people that say never, the people who speak in absolute certainties that you do not want to listen to. They are trying to say that they know what's going to happen, and the reality of it is nobody knows what's going to happen, right? We can make our best educated guesses, we could do our analysis, and a lot of times it works out good. We make great calls, right? But you know, a lot of people will just completely shut down the idea of a $7,000 Bitcoin, or even a $10,000 Bitcoin, or a $12,000 Bitcoin, or a $14,000 Bitcoin. You know, if you were saying 17,000 a month ago, people would be calling you crazy. And, you know, we hit the 17,000s. So just remember that. There are some other levels you guys can watch on Bitcoin. Those 300-week, the 400-week moving average, 786 fib level. You want to pull that from the March of 2020, this dump right here, all the way to the all-time high. That's how you get these fib levels. If you don't know how to use the Fibonacci retracement tool, definitely check out our tutorial video on the channel. I go in depth on how to use it, how to get the golden pocket. Definitely go check that out. But there's some more levels. I gave you guys the local levels I'm watching. If we pump or we dump, I gave you some support and some resistance ahead of us. And let's go ahead and check chat before moving on. What do we got? 562 people in here. Thank you guys so much for being here. Smash up that like button if you guys want to spin the wheel of pain and pleasure. My wheel is all the way over there. My wheel is all the way over there. We have other people use these sets, guys. So sometimes my wheel gets moved. That's why my wires get moved and I get technical difficulties because they hot swap this set for other people. That's why we deal with that. Sometimes the wheel is far away. But if you guys want to spin the wheel of pain and pleasure for a chance to win a Cardano NFT, a Frankie Candles limited edition hat, we've given away Ledger Nano S's. We've given away Bitcoin Miami 2022 tickets. So every 100 likes you guys get, or we get, you guys get a spin on the wheel. Every spin on the wheel has 2 chances for a giveaway. Last week we gave away 55 Cardano NFTs, 200 XRP and 200 ADA. Now, let's try to do another big giveaway this week. Can't promise they're all going to be that big. It's all based off of likes. We had a lot of likes last week. So definitely smash up that like button. Every 100 you get, we get a spin on the wheel. Let's see what's up to chat before moving forward. Sandman said, we got a relief rally this weekend. Technically, yeah. I would expect a little more, but who knows? That could be it. Let's see. VSim says, well, Derek Veray says, what about this ascending channel? Derek, we could try to take a look at that. Biomex said, looking for longs in all the wrong places. Yeah, looking for longs in a bear market. Definitely looking in the wrong place. Shout out to Biomex. We love you, man. Skywalker says, Sammy Cup and Handy, is Lifer in here, is the question. I don't think he is. All right, let's see. Rob the Crypto Snob is talking to Crypto Billy. Muhammad said 7K BTC. I'll stick my house in it. Let's go. I will be selling my organs if there's a 7K Bitcoin. Kenton Smith says, hey, Billy. Hey, Billy, you're popular today. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Let's see. Vslim says 35 million Dutch guilders, whatever a guilder is that where you got your trading? What? Vslim, what you talking about, Willis? Let's see, Sean says, good evening all, let's go, or somewhere. Chemistry Bro says, what's up, Frankie? Chemistry Bro, I love you, man. Thank you for being here. Dynamic Digital Asset Trading said 12.5K, big gap to fill. Shout out to Dynamic Digital Assets Trading. Almost struggled with the name, but we got it. Let's see. Neil says, bro, I'm feeling the 300 weekly moving average test for a buy. Hey, it wouldn't be a bad place to buy, that's for sure. Guys, and just for long, Captain Obvious, let's go. Captain Kirk, shout out. Yeah, I like that name. So just so you guys know, kind of my idea on DCAing, definitely not a bad time, not financial advice. I am looking, I am starting to DCA back into the market. Not a bad time, right? Even if we drop more, when we're at all-time highs again in another cycle, you're not gonna, let's just look at that so I can kind of put it into perspective, right? So let's see, actually, let's do this. If we drop from here, let's say we go another 50%. That would bring us down to 10K, right? So that would be similar to in 2018 buying in this area, right? And then you got another 50% drop, right? Then you got another 50% drop from here. Right? About, 52%, 51%, about 50%, right? Now, this feels like you bought the top, right? And then it dumped again, and you're like, oh, I should have bought down here. I bought all the way up here. But just listen. Zoom out, right? Zoom Zoom out. When you are up here, right, when you're all the way in the bull run and you're hanging out in this region, right, you're not looking down here going, oh man, I bought here and not here. If you bought in this general area, you basically bought the bottom, right? So right now, you could kind of think of it like that. Even if we drop down to 10K, you're just buying here instead of buying here, right? They're basically the same spot when you're at all-time highs. You can barely even see that one's higher than the other. So just remember that. You know, if you wait forever to start DCAing in, you might wind up DCAing on the way up, and that is not what you want to do. You want to DCA on the way down. That way you lower your average buy-in cost, not raise your average buy-in cost. So I know it's scary. You know, everybody goes, if Bitcoin goes down to 17K, I'm putting my whole life savings in it. I'm mortgaging my house. And then they get down there and nobody wants to touch it, right? Everyone's like, oh my God, this thing's going to zero. I'm not buying this, right? But then those are the people who kick themselves in the butt in the next bull run, right? They wind up just buying on the way up, and then you could have made way more money if you bought at the bottom, right? So you want to be greedy and buy when people are scared. When everyone's running around, oh my God, Bitcoin's going to zero, right? That's when you buy. That's when you buy. When it's on the news, Bitcoin is a dead asset, right? When that's a headline on the news, that's when you buy, right? And then when everybody's going 100K, 100K, 200K, 500K, oh my God, it's never going to stop. Only green candles, and all the Lambo memes are out, and the meme coins are going crazy. Everybody's getting rich, or taxi or your Uber driver's telling you what coin to buy. That's the time to sell. When your Uber driver is asking you if you're in crypto and telling you about his new coin that his friend made, that's going to be the next Cardano, that's when you sell, right? It's like Bitcoin Miami 2022 this year. I had some kids talking to me about, dude, we're coming out with it's going to be the next Dogecoin, dude. It's going to be the next Dogecoin. Okay, dude, you're like 18, I'm sure. Not that an 18-year-old can't make the next Dogecoin. I'm just saying, like, that's how you know when you got to get out. When just random people, they've like, your Uber driver's telling you what coin to buy. Meanwhile, the Uber driver got into crypto a month ago, right? He bought something, it went up 10%. He thought he was a genius. Now he's like, he thinks he's gifted. He's giving everybody advice. That's the time to get out. I'll never forget in 2018. I'll never forget. It was like at the top of the market. Oh, it was 2017. It was at the top of the market, and I was getting some pizza. This is when I was still in New York, right? I was getting some pizza. And I'll never forget the cashier, the kid. He's some kid. He's probably in high school, not maybe college. All right, he's ringing me up and he's telling me like, yeah, man, you got to buy this coin. You're in crypto. He asked me if I was in crypto or whatever because it was like in the mania phase when everybody was going crazy. He was like talking to town. Oh, are you in crypto? Are you invested in crypto? Yeah. I'm invested in this coin. It's gonna go up. It's guaranteed profit, whatever. And he's like giving me all this advice, and I'm just thinking like, oh God, this is the time to sell. I should have noticed then, but looking back, I was just like, yep, that was the top. That was the top. The pizza boy gave me financial advice. That was the time to sell. Well, there's always the next bull market, right? Even this cycle, guys, when we grabbed like 65, 68K, 69K, I was getting text messages from people that I haven't talked to in a long time. And they're saying like, hey man, you're into crypto, right? Like what's going on with this thing? What should I buy? Like it's going up like crazy. That's the top signal. Luckily, this time I was much more, I was like waiting for these top signals. And sure enough, I should actually dig up that text message and see when it was, probably within days of the top. So when you start getting your non-crypto friends that don't talk to you that much, they start reaching back out to you asking about crypto, sell. Not financial advice. But if I sold anytime a random person reached out to me for the first time in a while asking about crypto, I would have sold the top perfectly. Let's see. Rob, the Crypto Snob said, when your Uber driver starts to tell you about crypto, it's time to sell the top. Yes. Let's see. Daddy Zach says, can you measure the profit difference at the top of those two entries? Yeah, sure. That's actually, thank you, Daddy Zach, with the useful chats. I like that. So, if let me just come to the. How does this look on the monthly? Okay, yeah. So. Let's go ahead and say, from, if you buy in, about here to the top would have been 706%. And then from the bottom to the top would have been, wow. Actually, hang on. Let me go to the weekly, actually, just so we can get a more accurate read. Let's just make sure. I'm not saying that's not the case, but let's just make sure. So let's see. Yeah, let's say you get in like here to the top. Come on. Yeah, about, we'll call it, yeah, I guess we'll call it about 1,000, right? And then we'll go from the bottom to the top, 2,300. I mean, yeah, that's, yeah, I mean, we're a little lower than the bottom. Let me measure it more accurately. It is a big difference, but, you know, you're still getting in basically at the bottom, right? Yeah, so 2,200. So it's more than double, but, you know, you're still, there is no arguing that if you get in here instead of here, you're still buying close enough to the bottom for a great investment. Yeah, so, hard to measure, like, so far away accurately. Yeah, so I would say I mean, yeah. There you go, about 1,000. You're either going to get 1,000% return, or you're either going to get 1,000, or, come on, 1,000% return, or, yeah, about 2,000% return, right? So it could make the difference of making double the money, but it's not a bad investment down there. 1,000% return on an asset you're not getting that return anywhere else. Anywhere else. You're not getting that anywhere near the stock market. You're doing 8 to 10% in the stock market a year, right? You're doing 1,000% in a bull cycle, or from the top to the bottom, right? So I guess, you know, you could argue that is, you know, 1,000 days, right? But you're not doing that anything close to that in the stock market. You're not doing anything like that in real estate. You're not doing that. There's no returns like that. This is like really the only place to get returns like that, unless you have a super successful business that takes no money to start. So, you know, you're still getting an amazing investment, right? And then if you're DCAing in, I mean, the best way to do this would be, you know, if you're starting to buy here, don't dump all your money in. Buy a little bit, right? And then buy a little bit lower, a little bit lower, a little bit lower. The problem is if you start buying here and then we just start going higher and higher, and then you're buying, you know, on the way up. But listen, nobody nails exactly the best time to buy, right? If you try to get the exact bottom, like if you're trying to figure out if we are here or if we are here, and you're holding off putting any money into the market because you think you're here, just know that if we go up, you're going to wind up buying on the way up, right? So you can't just bet everything and pray that you come lower, right? So that's why DCAing is good, right? You buy a little bit here, you buy a little bit there, you buy a little bit there, you buy a little bit there, even if you buy a little bit here and a little bit here, right? You know, you just generally want to buy in this lower area. In 2018, that is, right? You know, in hindsight, we can see when the best time would have been to buy, and in my opinion, it would have been, you know, in this area, right? Whether you were buying it up here, up here, up here, or all the way down here, or up here, or up here. If you're buying in this general box, you're buying the bottom, right? And that's why I always say my long-term DCA strategy typically is, you know, weekly money flow in the red on Market Cipher B is generally a good time. Historically, backtesting this has been the best time to buy Bitcoin, right? And then even if you don't have Market Cipher B, you can look at that 200-week moving average. When you're down at that 200-week moving average, it is been the best time to buy. Same thing here. We wicked down to the 300-week, but still the best time to buy was at these prices, right? It's not a, you know, it's not a all or nothing thing. That's why DCAing is so important. Let's see. Lane Hughes says, Frankie Candles, my man, what's good? Check the 200 moving average on the 10-day, and I think you'll agree that we are close. Let's go ahead and see it. Let's go ahead to the 10-day. The 10-day. 10-day ad. Boom. 200 a week. Or the 200 10-day moving average. Yeah, okay. Didn't quite touch it there. Wicked down during the March 2020 dump. And now we're coming down. We've wicked down to it. Ooh, baby, look at that. Pretty close to the March 2020 dump. Just kind of wicked right to it. Very, very interesting. Thank you for pointing that out, Lane. Very interesting. So the thing with me, listen, I'm not going to sit up here and try to call the bottom, right? We're not here to try to call the bottom. We're here to assess each situation every day. Like I said, guys, I subscribe to the traditional Bitcoin cycles for the most part, right? I'm not a traditional Bitcoin cycle maxi, right? Like, I don't think, I'm not one of the people that's like, nothing else can ever happen other than the cycles playing out. I'm not like that. But I typically am under the thought process of, there's no real reason to expect Bitcoin to do something different until it does when history has rhymed. I'm not going to say repeated perfectly, but when history has rhymed as close as it has in the past cycles, there's no reason to think Bitcoin's going to do something different until it does, right? And because I do think the cycles are, it is going to be predictable until it's not, right? The markets are going to change over time. But that's why I was saying I did not, I always look at the possibilities. A lot of people didn't think the golden pocket would break. So I would look at, reasons why the golden pocket wouldn't break, and there was a lot of evidence for that, right? But there's also a lot of evidence that we could break lower, and I just personally leaned towards breaking that golden pocket because a 62% correction is nowhere near what we've seen for Bitcoin in the past. So it would just be such a weird thing for Bitcoin only to crash 62%. But there was evidence showing that we could have bounced off that golden pocket. So that just goes to show no one really knows what's going to happen. That's why you have to look at both situations, because granted, we did wind up breaking the golden pocket to the downside, but for all anybody knows, we could have gone to the upside, right? So that's why we look at I give you the bullish case and the bearish case, and we show you the evidence for both sides, and we let you make the decision, right? So, but I'm again general. I'm kind of torn, right? Because my general idea following the the traditional Bitcoin cycles, someone who thinks like that would think about an 85% correction would be likely, which would be about 10K. I did think we could bottom out between the mid and low 20s, right? You guys know I say that a lot. That's kind of generally where I think we would bottom out. But like I said, if we got there and we started breaking lower and it looked like we could go lower, we reassess the situation. Like, why would you not do that, right? So I'm not just going to sit here and be like, no, we're definitely bottoming out at 20K. Even if it wicks down, like, I was still right. Like, if we're not going to bottom out at 20K, which it does look likely that we're not going to, we're probably more likely, looks like we could have further downside. Like, I'm going to let you guys know. I'm not just going to stick to my idea because I want it to be right. So you just want to reassess that situation. But, being a part of the traditional 4-year cycle, you would think an 85% correction would be real. So you might be thinking like, well, why do you think we would bottom out at 20K? And there were a lot of reasons, right? It was the 200-week moving average. It did wind up being around the 200-week moving average, which we had bottomed out perfectly in 2018 and pretty close in 2013, 2014. Or 2015 when we bottomed. So, that 200-week made a lot of sense for me, right? Because the market was maturing, right? Logarithmic regression. The moves get less and less volatile as time goes on. And that 200-week moving average was right in the mid to low 20s. So I figured it's probably a good place to bottom out. But now that it looks like, another reason why I'm really not trying to call the bottom, as no one really should, right? Like I could try to let you guys know if we're getting close, or, we could lean certain ways, but I'm not just gonna be like, this is the bottom, right? Because that's kind of dumb. And also, totally lost my train of thought there. But I'm not going to try and come on here and, the reason I don't really want to try to call a bottom is because especially right now with the I talk about this all the time, the macroeconomic environment is so unstable right now. It's in such bad condition that chances are we're not going to see, something crazy, a very good chance we come lower just because of these outside factors. If we go into a recession, there's a lot of this is going to affect the price of Bitcoin in ways that are not going to be predictable, right? So, I'm not going to come on here and be like, we touched the 200-week moving average, this is the bottom, right? Because there's so much crazy stuff going on in the world right now that could bring Bitcoin lower that I cannot with a good conscience tell you guys that I am confident that that's the bottom, right? It's probably likely, especially with a looming recession coming in, it is likely we're probably going to see a little more downside. So, there you go. There's a little rant for you guys. Let's see. Crypto Billy says, yes, Frankie Candles has the best mods in crypto. That is a fact, Billy. Absolute fact, Crypto Billy. Let's see. Matt Kershino says, if we're not at the bottom, we are very close or already have bottomed. Listen, I think that we could be close to the bottom. I do think we could be close to the bottom. The only wild card here is a massive recession or depression, as they're calling it, right? Maybe we're already feeling that, and we've already seen the worst of it. But let me tell you, if we see a recession or a depression and everybody doesn't just run to crypto to solve all the problems, which I don't think is going to happen, we are probably not close. I mean, even if we go to 10K, we're 50% away, right? So like we're really not even that far. If we go to 10K, you could say we're technically close to the bottom, right? We're much closer to 10K than we are 69K. So, you know, even if you think we're going to 10K, you could say we're getting close to the bottom. But you want to be careful, guys, with all these outside factors that are going to influence the prices. You want to be careful. Daddy Zach says, check the DXY. We shall. Let's see. Flex says, XRP going to 5 cents or lower. I hope so. Prediction of BTC bottom for BTC for the next week. It depends if we see that daily bullish. We could see that daily bullish divergence play out, but again, when we've seen these bullish things pop up, they haven't been playing out in our favor just because we are in the blunt of a bear market. So want to be careful, but that daily bullish divergence is rare, right? They don't happen a lot, and when they do happen, they play out in a big way. So you want to remember that. Good day, Tony D, Tyler Durden, at Frankie Candles. What is going on? Ryan, what is up, man? Thank you for being back here. Matthew P says, how much you lose in the long trade versus how much you made in the last few winning trades? Matthew P, that is a good question. I think I lost 250. I could check on it. It was either 200 or 250 bucks that I lost. And then it's funny, I was actually just looking at my P&L. I mean, I have a lot of accounts, guys. On my KuCoin account, let's see. Let us see. Futures. So my last two trades on KuCoin, 26, 29, like $3,000 on my last two trades on KuCoin, and my last. I'll just run through them, right? Like I said, I have a lot of accounts, but I'll just read down my last 10 or so trades on KuCoin, right? ETH trade, $1,655 profit. Another ETH trade, $1,386 profit. BTC trade, $21 profit. BTC trade, $29 profit. I tried to long Luna on 5x leverage when that whole crazy thing happened. I lost $12, right? My wins, 1,655, 1386, 21, 29, 903, 24, 32, 43. And my last three losses out of those were $12, $23, and $85. So much bigger wins than losses. And that's kind of the thing. I know a lot of people like to stick on the, how many of your last trades were green? And it's like, sure, you want to be winning most of your trades, but if you could have, 7 out of 10 trades are red, but your wins are just much larger than your losses. That was 10, I think that was 10 trades, 3 were losses, but the losses were $12, whatever, 20 something dollars and 80 something dollars. The wins were 1,300, 1,600, 950, so you got to think about that too. But there you go. So then that Bitcoin loss was the $250 loss was on Femex. So even including that $250 loss, that's nothing compared to the last trade that we won. So it is important to think about that stuff too. But yeah, just so if anybody wants to come on here and say that I pretend I win all my trades, I don't. I lost 250 bucks the other day. But again, it's a game of probability. It's a game of capital preservation, and it's a game of winning more than you're losing. Right? It's okay that I lost 250 bucks. It's okay that I lost 80 bucks. It's okay that I lost 12 bucks because I won 16, 1,300, 1,600, 1,300, 950. The green trades are bigger than the red trades is what I'm trying to get across to you guys. So that's important. So don't get too discouraged. That's why risk management is so important, right? That's why my losses are so much smaller than my gains, right? Because when I get a trade and it goes the way I think it's going to go, and I get into profit, I move my stop loss to my entry, risk-free trade, and then I take some profit off the table, and as I get deeper into profit, you just ride your stop loss up, right? So my wins, even if I get stopped out, like those $25 wins, the $30 win, the $50 green trades, right? Those were just, I took profit, moved my stop loss to entry, I got stopped out in profit, right? Or moved my stop loss into profit, I get stopped out in profit. So they're smaller wins, but then my losses, my risk management is good, right? So I know that, I know I'm not going to risk $1,500 on a trade. I'm not going to get stopped out for a $1,500 loss. I'm not going to let it happen. It won't happen because I won't let it. You know, I know a lot of people with trading, they're like, that's gambling. Define gambling, right? Like, what do you mean by gambling? To me, gambling is taking an amount of money, putting it on the table, and risking it all or nothing on a 50-50 chance, right? That's kind of how I think of gambling, right? So I don't really see how people see trading as gambling. You could turn trading into gambling 100%, just like you could turn investing into gambling, right? But for me, I don't understand how you think trading is automatically a gamble, because you can manage your risk, right? You can't, when you start losing your blackjack hand, if you bet $200 on a blackjack table, right? And you start losing your hand, you can't be like, ooh, actually, I'm starting to lose. Let me take one of these $100 chips back. You can't do that, right? You can't manage your risk when you're gambling, other than picking what to bet, right? You can manage your risk that way. You could bet, you know, less than you want to lose, but you know, you can't set stop losses on the blackjack table, right? You can't set stop losses on roulette. I don't know how you do that, but so that's why it's a skill. It's not just, people think trading is, the skill is predicting the market. That's not the skill. That's honestly not the hardest part. TA is probably the easiest part of trading. The hardest part is your risk management, right? Your capital preservation, right? Your psychology. These are the things that make trading hard, because most people are not disciplined enough to get into trading and have the discipline to manage their risk. They just see the easy gain and they go for it all, or you know, they get emotional about their trade, so they get out too early or they get out too late, whatever it might be. So yeah. Anyway, but there you go. That was a good question, Matt. So $250 loss against my last 2 winning trades were over $1,000. So let that be a lesson to you guys. Make your wins bigger than your losses. Maybe that's part of our sign off, guys. That's all I got for today. And may your wins be bigger than your losses. That's all I got. Be blessed. Anyway, Blanchard's Bees, what is going on, man? Thank you for being here, man. I always like seeing you in here. Crypto Carl, it's a Game of Thrones. That is right. That is right. Hodgepod said, sorry, Frankie, for joking about the sex bot being your girlfriend. Hodgepod, I did not see that, but shout out to you. No, Mrs. Candles is not a robot. I swear, guys. I swear Mrs. Candles is a real person. Don't check on it, but I swear, just take my word. She's a real person. I'm going to be alone forever. Shout out to Hodgepodge. Love seeing you in here. Thank you for being here. Lane Hughes says a football game is gambling. Sure. If you're betting on it, that's definitely gambling. Let's see. Hit that like button, people. Spaceman V said it, not me. 640 people in here. I appreciate every single one of you. Smash up that like button. Let's go for 600 likes. Let's go 600 even. Nothing crazy. We've been getting 1,000 likes. Let's go for 600. Let's keep it conservative. I think we can do it. Let's get 6 spins on that wheel and get some giveaways kicked off right. Let's see. Are you accumulating Ethereum? Yes. Yes. Dusto, emotions are a pain in the peach. Yes, they are. Yes, they absolutely are. Let's see. Priest of Crypto said, when all in. That is a decision you have to make. I would recommend DCAing. Don't go all in. Don't go all in at one time, at least. Go all in on crypto, sure. Don't go all in at one time, though. Gotta treat the market like you're Arnold Schwarzenegger before a contest and you have 100% focus. Confident, humble, beautiful thing. Emily, shout out to you. Yes, absolutely. Disrespect on Mrs. Candles on any level will be met with the swift and aggressive action. Yes. Yes, thank you, Tony. I appreciate you guys. Jimmy Void, Mrs. Candles is the real boss. Jimmy Two Shoes. No. No. Jimmy, I'm my own boss, Jimmy Two Shoes. Don't tell Mrs. Candles I said that, though. I'm just kidding. What's up, Jimmy? I got my black coffee right here, brother. Shout out to you. Salut, my paisan. I love you, Jimmy. Let's see. But yeah, don't ask Jess. Trust me, if you ask Jess, she'll say I'm the boss. Don't ask her, but trust me, she'll say that. I'm just kidding, guys. Let's see. Frankie Candles, I had a stop loss get picked up when the price was $1,000 above. How did that happen? I've been lucky. I've been lucky with that, but I have seen stuff like that happen to Brian from Meta Money. I think it's happened both ways to him. I've seen him get like stopped out for no reason. I've also seen his stop loss get crushed by the price, and it just never got triggered. So I've seen people get both ends of that stick. I don't know exactly why that happens. I don't want to sit up here and pretend like I know why that happens and give you wrong information. But yeah, I've seen that happen. I don't know why it happens. I've been lucky. I've never had it happen to me. I've had my take profits get touched a little bit without getting triggered, but never really dramatically. What do you think XRP price will go to after the lawsuit ends? Hard to say. I don't want to really make a prediction on that. That's really hard to guess. If it happens in a bull market, I mean, you got to think, right? Like, it's got to go back to its all-time highs, you would think. But I don't want to make a prediction like that. But I think it'll be much higher than it is now. I'll say that. I know it's a cop-out. But let's see. Shout out to you, Elijah. Sorry, I couldn't answer that more accurately. Let's see. Yeah, set limit orders in a ladder down to 10K. Daddy Zach. Louder for the people in the back. Not a bad strategy, man. Not a bad strategy. Not even not a bad strategy. Good strategy, right? Because then, as you come down, you're going to fill those orders, and if you don't fill them all, then you got what you could, right? So shout out to you, man. Bob Parisi, guys, the real Godfather, my father, the Godfather, is in chat. Hey, Dad, thanks for being here. I appreciate you for coming in here and showing us support. Let's get a happy Father's Day for the best Godfather in the world. Absolutely. But yeah, show some respect to the real Godfather in chat, Bob Parisi. Thanks for being here, Dad. I appreciate you. Happy Father's Day. Thank you for everything you do. I would not be able to do anything that I'm doing right now without you. So you mean the world to me, and thank you. Show some love for my dad in chat, guys. Happy Father's Day. Let's see. 389. I thought it was 589. Neil. Let's see. Yeah, Jimmy Two Shoes showing respect. Shout out to Jimmy. I tell you, the real gamble, it's that stop loss that doesn't work. Yeah, that's a gamble. That is definitely a gamble. But guys, let's go ahead and let's jump back into the charts. We got a little distracted. 596 people in here. Smash up that like button, guys. 600 likes is the goal. I think we can hit it. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take a look at the DXY, guys. Oh boy. All right, let's go to the daily. Yeah. So, guys, right? Listen, you could call this a bearish divergence. We have come down a little bit. We are coming up to support. Let me zoom in a little bit so we can get a better look at this. Yeah. So we came down. Let me turn off these moving averages so it's less crowded. Boom, right? We did come down, bounced off this level almost perfectly, came back up. Now we're getting rejected, kind of just ranging around in this level between, 104.78 and 104.18. Kind of just ranging here. Now, one thing that makes me feel good about the DXY is this money flow on the 4-hour coming out, right? This is typically, indicative of, if this comes down, we could see some more downward movement. But you have to understand, we're in a bear market right now for Bitcoin. And the world, the macroeconomic environment that we're in is not the most bullish, right? With a looming recession or a looming depression, whatever they're saying. So you want to, there really is no reason for the DXY to dump and Bitcoin to go on a massive run. But we can keep an eye on this with the, if we come to the 1 hour, money flow generally coming out towards the red, the 2-hour money flow crossover into the red. Even if we can get a little bit of a cool down here and get Bitcoin to get a little bit of a relief, a little more relief than we've seen so far, we can get that daily bullish divergence to play out. We can get a nice little bounce, obviously, before potentially coming down to make lower lows. So, the 2-hour money flow crossover into the reds got me feeling good about the DXY. 4-hour money flow coming out, making me feel pretty good. Not saying that we're primed to rip right now, but it is a good sign, right? That we could be seeing the DXY start to cool off, at least for the short term. Now, looking at the SPY, guys, the S&P 500. Now, you also want to understand that we are approaching this confluential. I don't think that's a real word. But we do have confluence with this trend line that has acted as support, as you can see. It was resistance, right? We were banging our head, finally breakout. Then we came down and we dragged out this trend line, and we've come down to retest the trend line as support. As that happens very often, And then we came down, boom, we dropped like a rock, and now you have this trend line as well as this horizontal level of support coming in at about 358. We have not totally come down to touch it. Maybe we come down and actually touch it, but you want to understand that the SPY is getting close to support, and we could see a bounce if we come down to this level on the SPY, pulling snake eyes on Market Cipher B, right? Snake eyes right here. As we're approaching support, if we get a bounce on the SPY, that could mean we get a bounce for Bitcoin. Maybe that's how we see the daily bullish divergence play out. And then you can see the last time we got snake eyes here, we did get a nice little bounce off of that level. So maybe we see the same thing happen here. So DXY, money flow on the 4 hour coming out. Money flow on the 1 hour or the 2 hour crossed over into the red, right? That's decent, showing the DXY is cooling off. SPY approaching support. Snake eyes on the 4 hour, right? Bitcoin, daily divergent, daily bullish divergence, right? So SPY close to support, daily bullish divergence on Bitcoin. SPY could bounce, that would support Bitcoin's daily bullish divergence playing out, right? So these are some things that could indicate that we could see a bounce. But again, we're in a bear market. You want to take it with a grain of salt. Let's go ahead and see. Happy Father's Day, Frankie's dad, and all the other dads. Let's go. You have one hell of a son. Hey, Dad, look at me. I'm one hell of a son. Shout out to you, Griff. Holly says happy. Wow, you guys are showing a lot of love to Mr. P. Crypto Lifer in the chat right now, guys. Lifer, what is going on, man? Guys, I think me and Lifer are gonna have a collab coming up. Highly requested. Lifer, I gotta hit you up on Discord. I know you said you were busy the next couple weeks, but we are gonna work on a date, and me and Lifer are gonna get together, hop on a stream together, and it's gonna be a good time. I think it's going to be really good. I think you guys are going to like it. I know you guys love Lifer. So shout out to you, Lifer. I appreciate you for being in here, man. All right, let's see. Bing bong. Snake eyes, baby. Let's go. Wait, Crypto Lifer says kids coming. You having a kid, dude? No way. Let me know. Let me know in chat. If you're having a kid, man, that's awesome. Congrats, dude. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. I hope I'm not reading that wrong, but yeah, dude, if you're having a kid, man, he doesn't even know he's got the coolest dad alive yet. That is awesome. We are going to have a blast. Oh yeah, stream's gonna be fun, man. Yeah, I will say, out of all the people that want to see a collab and have been asking for hey, collab with this person, do a collab with this person, I gotta say, Lifer, everybody is everybody has been asking for the Frankie Candles Lifer collab. Let's see. This is fake Crypto Lifer. I bet you it's not. I bet you it's actually Lifer. But yeah, Lifer, if it's the real you, man, shout out to you. Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate you. Oh, he has 2 kids. Okay, Lifer's got 2 kids. Shout out to Lifer's kids. But yeah, guys, look forward to that. We will work out a date, and that's going to be a good time. So we're giving you quadruple sauce on that stream. But anyway, guys, got to remember SPY coming down to that support. We haven't touched yet, but maybe we come down and touch. Got the snake eyes, bullish divergence on the daily for Bitcoin. So these are just some things that could point to a local bottom. Now, let's go ahead and move on. How long have we been going for? About an hour. 633 people. Guys, go ahead and slam up that. It's me. Prove it. No, I think, guys, it's definitely Lifer, guys. Definitely Lifer. Let's see. Yeah, it is funny, though. It's like so hard to prove yourself online, right? It's like, I swear it's me. It's like, prove it. Like, it's me. It's only so much you can do. But no, guys, definitely Lifer. Lifer hops in here sometimes. Let's see. Frankie, can I get TA on PeopleCoin? Gonna stay away from like non-blue chip altcoins. I'm gonna stay away from like non-blue chip altcoins just because of the market that we're in. Listen, if you're in, I've never heard of People or whatever you just said. If it's not a top, a top 20 altcoin, chances are it's probably bleeding and will continue to bleed in the bear market. But let's go ahead and let's move on to some of these bigger alts, and then just real quick, let's just touch on Bitcoin real fast. For people who have just tuned in, because I know we probably have people rolling out and the new people rolling in. But the big news here, guys, on Bitcoin is, bullish divergence has confirmed. Now, again, I like the way this looks, right? The bullish divergence on market cipher B, actually, I don't actually know if it's on the RSI. I actually don't think it is. But on market cipher B, this makes me feel good. But again, we're in a bear market. You want to be careful. The bullish setups, obviously, you want to be greedy with the shorts, right? In a bear market, conservative with the longs. So you can ignore this. I wouldn't ignore this, but you want to take it with a grain of salt. We might not see, like the last time we had a daily bullish divergence or a notable daily bullish divergence on market cipher B for Bitcoin was right here, right? Lower high on market cipher B, boom, green dot, come up, right? Then obviously we had a massive move. Now this was a different time in the market. I do not think this is going to happen, but just to show you how they can play out. This is how they play out in a bull market. In a bear market, we should be able to get a little something out of it, but again, take it with a grain of salt, guys. But nonetheless, can't be ignored. You want to point it out. It is there. And it also confirmed on Ethereum as well. And then, levels here. Just real quick before we move on to ETH. Right here, we called this in the Discord. Actually, it might have been a stream. I don't know if we called it in the Discord. It might have been on a stream. But we did come right down to this spider line, wicked below a little bit, then closed right above it, and then we moved up, made a higher low, continued up. And then you did have a bullish divergence here as well on the 1 hour. Just happens to be the time frame we're on right now. You had it on the 4 hour. This is probably what I would have given a lot of weight to, is this 4 hour bullish divergence on Bitcoin, right? And they called this nice move right here. And you're right. And again, it's all about your confirmations, guys. It's not just about seeing the bullish divergence or seeing a green dot. It's about combining these things, right? Your price is coming down to a key level, right? This spider line. These spider lines are very strong levels of support and resistance. So you're waiting for us to come down to this level. This was kind of our target. And then you see market cipher B confirm the bullish divergence. So now you're coming down to a key level, printing a bullish divergence. You would want to wait for it to confirm, right? And then you want to look for other confirmations, right? Whatever that might be, other indicators, maybe you're forming a bullish pattern. Maybe you're in a falling wedge approaching that key resistance. Not in this case, but these are just multiple confirmations is what I'm trying to get across to you guys here. So it's not just, green dot long. You don't want to do that. That is a losing strategy. Trust me, it's not as easy as you think. When you back test things in hindsight, it looks like it could work. Like, if I bought every green dot in a bull market, it works better in a bull market, but you don't want to do that, right? You want legitimate TA. The green dot can add to a little bit of confirmation, but you're looking for the bullish divergence. You're coming down to a key level, and you want to find multiple confirmations. So, you don't just want to find the key level and just long blindly, right? You want to see what's your money flow doing? Or you have any bullish divergences, bearish divergences, whatever it may be. You want those multiple confirmations. But that is a nice way you could have caught this nice little bounce, come up for a nice, I think it was like an 18%. You're never going to catch it wick to wick, but 20%, right? There's plenty of room in here to hop in and grab a little profit, right? I grabbed a little scalp long. I can open up my Phoenix account, a small one. It was like 20%. And I think I was in the trade for 11 minutes, right? It's just jump in, jump out, grab your bag, right? Tight stops. But yeah. That's kind of how you could have seen that. And then levels, as far as if we continue up, guys, we do have this value area low. As you guys know, it does act as strong support and resistance. If we can get back above this, as I said before, I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself for anybody who's still in here from before. If we could hop above this value area low and turn it into support, I think we could easily work our way back up to this spider line at about 21,500. In which case, depending on what what market cipher B is telling us, depending on what the price action looks like, maybe we're looking for shorts, or maybe we're thinking we're off to the races for a bigger relief bounce. So these are just kind of some levels that we're watching. And then the top of this box, even if we do hop up here, flip this to support, come up to this spider line, and we flip this spider line, we are looking up here at about 22,500 to get out of this white box. And then in which case the next spider line would be at about $23,115, right? But I will keep you guys updated in the Discord if we see anything crazy happening. Again, our bullish hopium right now, would be this money flow on the 1 hour. We've been in the red for a long time. We're seeing the money flow come up and cross over into the green. And we also do have this green trigger wave right here, this tiny little green dot with the tiny little trigger wave underneath. A lot of times you see a strong move up. To be 100% honest, though, it's like, come on, Bitcoin, like start moving. Like I don't know how good I feel about this, even though it looks really bullish. Price is just not really doing much. So you want to be, again, bear market, guys. You want to be greedy with the shorts, conservative with the longs. But again, you also want to remember the trend is your friend until it ends, right? So you want to be ready to catch that big move up. But we'll see. Maybe this is the relief that we're going to get. We'll have to keep an eye on it. You know, we lost our weekly green dot. But there's some levels you guys can keep an eye on. These are the levels I'm watching for. So you could definitely keep an eye on those as well. Now let's move to Ethereum. Now, the funny thing about Ethereum is, you know, Ethereum confirmed this daily bullish divergence way before Bitcoin did, right? So ETH, you know, kind of leading the charge on this daily bullish divergence. And again, just no gas behind this, right? There's just no gas. We could pull up the volume here. There's no fuel in the tank. It's just kind of like, I kind of want to go up, and it's just like, it's just kind of like, it's just so lazy. And then, you know, if we could kind of come back in time here, let's see. Yeah, like, I mean, I guess, you know, they don't always just launch, but, you know, I mean, this is kind of an indecision candle here. But, you know, you really want to see some volume come in. It's kind of making me, it's looking more like it was, it's looking more like a short squeeze than anything, right? This positive price action we've seen on Bitcoin and Ethereum, more of a short squeeze than anything. There's really nothing saying that, you know, I mean, I guess, yeah, I mean, on the lower time frames, we got a decent bit of volume, but, you know, it's just, I don't know. Daily bullish divergence, usually I'd be screaming long it from the rooftops, but there's just something about that. I got trust issues with this daily bullish divergence, I'm not going to lie. I mean, it's just not really giving us any oomph. But that doesn't mean it can't play out, guys. Does not mean that it can't play out. Now, again, these are some levels that we had given in the Discord. I gave them on the stream as well, I mean, we give everything. The Discord is free, so feel free to join the Discord, guys. But anything that I don't have in the Discord is basically we call everything on the stream as well. So if you're not in the Discord, we call it here either way. But some levels that we were watching for Ethereum here was this, you know, $1,000 mark. We did have this support line down here, which we did wick all the way through, but we closed above it. But yeah, you know, getting rejected at that, you know, getting rejected at this level here. Yeah, I don't know. I just, this bullish divergence. Let's see, what's the 1 hour looking like? Yeah, 1 hour is looking, you know, did have a nice bearish divergence there. But, you know, money flow crossover on the 1 hour. Yeah, hard to say, guys. It's really hard to say. I want to be really excited. And I mean, there's your 1 hour bullish divergence here as well to catch that move. Probably have it on the 4 hour as well. Yeah. But I want to be really excited about these daily bullish divergences, and I don't want to say I'm not confident in them, but I would just say approach with caution, right? It's not just, oh my God, there's a bullish divergence on the daily, put all your money in. You want to be very careful, right? Obviously, bear market, right? Trend is your friend, and right now the trend is down, so just be careful. But you know, you would think we're in for a decent bit of relief here at some point. But yeah. Let's go down to some of these lower time frames. Yeah, 90-minute, you know, not quite crossed over yet. What's the 4 hour VWAP doing? Yeah, so your 4 hour about to print a red dot here. Yeah, I don't know. This money flow on the 15-minute is a little wish-washy, but, you know, 4 hour, typically when you print those red dots, you know, typically you can get a decent move to the downside. Not that you can't get support on the zero line, but you know, it is looking like, you know, we could cool off a little bit here. So I will say this. I am looking for longs, but I'm being very careful because, as I said, we got stopped out of the last one. We've been crushing the shorts, right? That's why the trend is I always say, guys, please keep it simple. Please keep it simple. If you have just been going based off of, you know, the trend is your friend, so you're mostly looking for shorts, you're using good risk management, and you know how you have a solid footing in your TA, you have been crushing these shorts alongside me, right? And there you go, guys. Like the last week, right? Hey, I think we might have hit a bottom. Let me give a long a shot. Boom, stopped out, right? That's the bear market being like, nope, trend is your friend, pal. Get back on the trend, right? Don't go against me. So just be very careful. Be very careful with the longs. Obviously, you know, you could catch scalp longs. Like you could have caught a nice one here, obviously. But just want to be careful. Just be very careful. Trend is your friend until the end. So let's just check chat real quick here, guys. Let's see. Here, almost missed it. Uncle Candles, welcome back to the stream. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Daddy Zach, I have a lot of Gala too. I just know it's risky. Maybe we'll take a look at Gala here in a second. I'm 3x short on ETH. Okay, Jim Jolly, let's go. We'll keep an eye on it for you. Rob the Crypto Snob says, short squeeze, bull trap, call it whatever. It's whales playing mind games. I'm almost 100% sure we're going down hard soon. Rob, yeah, there are definitely playing games. That is a simple fact of this game. Absolutely. Let's see. Yeah, okay, yeah, Lane makes a good point. Frankie, just look at the daily candle structure, though. Bullish engulfing candle and hammer doji right now about to confirm. Let's go ahead and take a look at that on Bitcoin, is I assume what you're talking about. Let's go to regular candles here. Yeah, bullish engulfing. Yeah, you're not wrong, Lane. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. There's your bullish engulfing and your hammer. Yeah, I mean, this bullish divergence can play out. Maybe I shouldn't have harped on that too hard. I'm not saying the bullish divergence on the daily can't play out more than it already has. I'm just saying I would like to see some. I would like a couple more confirmations. I mean, this money flow crossover into the green with the trigger wave is a pretty good sign, right? But I don't know. Something about this is giving me trust issues. Maybe it's because I got smacked in the face. Last time I tried to go long, I tried to go long, and Bitcoin was just like spit in my face. I was like, okay, all right, fine. I'll go. Okay, back to shorts. I've been doing good with the shorts. But yeah, just be careful. Be careful longing in a bear market. That's all I'm saying. Let's see, Frankie, what impact do you think ProShares launching the first Bitcoin short ETF on the New York Stock Exchange will have? That's a good question, Stevie. That is a good question. I don't know if I have a real input on that. I don't know. I'm kind of just we're in a bear market, right? So I'm not expecting any big moves to the upside. I would just expect to either go sideways or continue down, right? And you guys know our targets for that. I'm not going to go, deep into it. I don't want to sound like a dead horse or sound like a dead horse. I don't want to beat a dead horse. Yeah, I don't really listen. My general thought is unless we get a big relief bounce, Bitcoin's going to go sideways or continue down. And we're probably not going to see all-time highs, in my own opinion, guys, right? You got to do your own research. Take what I say. If you agree with it, you agree with it. Honestly, if you agree with me, my advice to you would be if you watch me, and I'm the only person you watch, and you agree with me, I would urge you, maybe go find someone you disagree with and also watch them, right? Some of the best advice I ever had was the best advice. This doesn't really make sense. The best advice I think I've ever gotten in my life is sometimes the best advice that you could possibly hear is the advice you don't want to hear, right? So, the advice you don't want to hear is sometimes the best advice you could possibly get, right? It's very easy to surround yourself with people who agree with you. It's easy. It reinforces in yourself that you're right. But it's not the most constructive way to live, right? I like surrounding myself with people I disagree with so I can see if there's something I'm missing, right? Maybe they're gung-ho about this. Maybe I'm missing something. And a lot of times you listen to them and you realize like, nah, I'm going to keep thinking what I think. But sometimes, very rarely, you could get flipped, right? Maybe they're seeing something you don't see. And if you don't give yourself exposure to those people, you're going to be stuck in your echo chamber. You do not want that. That's not how you grow. It's how you get stuck in your ways. And you never want to go outside your comfort zone, right? You want to go head-to-head with people you disagree with. You don't have to fight them, but hear them out. Tell them what you think. They'll tell you what they think. You want to listen to people who disagree with you because that's how you grow, right? It's the same thing. You don't want to hang out with all people that, for me, right? I would like to, surround myself with people that are even better at TA and better at trading than me, right? Although, it might hurt your ego. You're not the best trader in the group, right? But if you're the best trader in the group all the time, there's nothing you're going to learn. You can't get better that way. The people below you, the people who are just learning are going to get better, but you're just going to kind of stagnate, right? So that's why you always got to you want to surround yourself with people that you want to be like or people that are like you, right? Even if they're better than you. A lot of people like to run away like, I like being the best person in my group because it makes me feel big and strong and cool, right? I'd rather be the person who's worse, right? You know, if I like, yeah, you just hang out with people who are better than you, and you will grow with them, right? Rather than hang out with people who are learning from you, and then you're the teacher, and you're never going to grow unless you have the discipline to grow yourself, which is very hard. Anyway, we're getting off track here. But let's see. I only want to hang around hot women. Hey, Hex, who said that? Hex Racer. Okay. Well, there you go. There you go. You got the Naked HD XZY people. They listen to you. There you go. Maybe they got something for you. You guys are funny. You guys are funny. But yeah, just surround yourself with people that are better than you. That's advice that I would give anybody. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Put it that way. If the 5 people you spend the most time with are laying around playing video games, doing nothing with their life, you're probably going to be doing that. If the 5 people you spend the most time with are millionaires and trying to start businesses and investing and working out, and you hang out, spend most of your time with those people, you're eventually probably going to get a little bigger, right? You're probably going to work out a little more. You're probably going to like maybe take a shot starting that business because your friend does it all the time, right? That's just kind of how I'm saying. Anyway, super rant. Anyway, guys, 621 people still in here, 420 likes. Interesting number to stall out at, guys. Anyway, yeah, smash it up to 600 likes, guys. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue on with our TA. I heard you guys talking about Gala. Let's go ahead and take a look. Been going for an hour and 19 minutes. So we are good on time. So, here we go. On the daily. Yeah, we, let's see. No divergence. Let's check the 10-hour. You know, I don't really want to spend too much time on these alts, guys, just because it's the state of the market, right? Like, if Bitcoin's not going to bounce, the alts are not going to, like, it's going to be very rare that we find, you know, sure, if we look at enough coins, something might be in a good setup to, you know, maybe long or short or whatever. But right now, everything is going to be following Bitcoin pretty closely. You know, money flow for Gala on the 4. Yeah, see, 4 hour about to print a red dot, just like Bitcoin. That's not by accident, right? So it's kind of a waste of time for me. Like, right, 4 hour printing a red dot. This could come down. Maybe we come back down and test this level at about 5 cents, right? That's why I'm just kind of looking for outliers that might look good. Sometimes you catch those crazy, you know, those crazy coins where everything's not doing anything, and then, you know, your Rune or your, you know, your Lunas, dare I mention the name, you know, sometimes they would go nuts when everything else was kind of boring or going down. So, but, you know, this, you know, generally kind of looking like it's just following Bitcoin. We're going to range, you know, green dot about, yeah, probably going to print that trigger wave on the 1 hour like we did on Bitcoin, right? Right? Print that little trigger wave. So, yeah, I don't know what that box was. But, yeah, let's, you know, it's kind of hard because it's like, you know, dot. Let's see. Let's go to the 4 hour. Are we about to print a red dot? Look at that. The same exact situation that Gala and Bitcoin were in, right? So this is just kind of why I haven't really been looking at the alts as much as we usually do, just because, you know, everything kind of looks the same, right? Let's go to XRP. Is XRP, yeah, look, XRP is printing that red dot right there, right? Money flow coming up, 4 hour print of the red dot. Atom, 4 hour red dot. Even the VWAP looks exactly the same, printing the red dot. Money flow coming up. Let's look at Rose. Rose might look different. No. About to print that red dot, money flow coming up, right? So things are basically following Bitcoin for the most part. Unless anybody knows of any outliers that are looking good, please let me know. Hey, Aaron Curry in chat. What is up, Aaron? How's the trip, my dude? Are you guys having a good time? Let's see. Done with shorting. Lane is done with shorting. Yeah, I mean, listen, like I said, the trend is your friend until the end. So, you know, the shorting is going to do you great until it doesn't. So, you know, you got to be ready to flip with this market on the drop of a dime. Let's see. Let's see. Tony D says, at Aaron Curry, tell Ben getting salty in morning chat with his absence, haha, he missed it. Oh, people were getting salty with his absence. Let's see. No, Frankie, message above. I can't be looking through. I'm sorry, dude. I can't. Oh, here. I think a huge sign of a reversal will be when dealers at CME and are they Oh, don't shorting this. Oh, and they're done shorting this. Data update on Friday. Okay, interesting. All right. Let's see. Don't give up. Whatever goes down will go up. Yes. Well, I don't know about whatever, but a lot of the stuff, a lot of the good stuff. You got to remember, 99% of these coins are probably not going to come back. Maybe 90%. But the good ones, the blue chips, right? The top 20s, right? These are the good ones that you could probably bank on coming back. Not financial advice. I missed that one, but still laughing at the concept. Can you check algo? Yes, we can check algo. I mean, I'll take a look. If it's not, I'm not going to spend time. If it looks the same, I'm like, if there's nothing really if there's nothing really standing out to me, I'm not really. I mean, it's looking the same as Bitcoin. I mean, do you have the daily? Yeah, I mean, oh, what was that? Let's go back to the 4-hour real quick. 3-hour. Boom, boom. Yeah, I mean, nothing really to deduct here, guys. It's just looking like Bitcoin. LLB, looking like Bitcoin. Let's see. True that. Let's see. How's Ape looking with Ape Fest? Yeah, we can take a look at Ape. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, looking the same, right? Everything got wrecked, and now we're just, getting that little bit of relief. I mean, even the actual setups are very similar, right? Do you have a daily bullish divergence? I mean, there's no info on ApeCoin, but I mean, as far as levels here, guys, we could kind of look at this. You're sitting at your value area low, right? So a lot of times, right, with the value area low, you are likely to get sucked up towards that point of control, right? Now, this is a bear market, right? So, I wouldn't bank on that. This is a pretty macro volume profile here. But, go ahead and zoom in here. Yeah, I mean, let's bring it over. Let's bring it up here. Yeah, I mean, maybe you cool off a little bit. Money flow coming out on the 30-minute. I mean, there's really nothing to deduct here. It's basically following Bitcoin. But yeah, I mean, nothing too crazy. I know Ape Fest and everything is going down soon, if it's not already. But we'll see. I mean, that stuff's kind of, I don't know. People say Bitcoin pumps for conferences and stuff. I've never seen that happen, to be honest. It always dumps in my experience. It's always dumped. So I don't put much weight on any of that stuff. I mean, if you're really banking on making money off of, a coin pumping because of a conference, not that I'm not saying that you were banking on this, but I'm just saying it is, sometimes price does react to this stuff. So it was one thing that we could have looked like that could have had a chance to look different. But yeah, I don't really generally put much weight on that stuff. It just never plays out, in my opinion. In my experience, it's never played out. Sol is being fudded hard. Yeah, what's Sol chilling at? Let's see. $34. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Let's see. Daily bullish divergence on Sol. That's for sure. Stuck below this level though. Yeah. Let's. Yeah, you're stuck. You are stuck. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, divergence on the 4-hour. I mean, on the daily. I'm sorry, and not the 4-hour. But yeah, I mean, 37.48. That's your level of resistance there. We could probably actually fine tune that to that. But yeah. Yeah, altcoin. So I will point this out, guys. I am accumulating Bitcoin, ETH, XRP for the most part right now. And I'm light on the XRP right now. I'm sticking more to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Right. I know Tony D was picking up some 3-digit Ethereum. Not a bad move, my dude. But yeah, you want to be careful, right? Bitcoin's going to bleed the least, right? All coins are going to bleed way worse than Bitcoin, right? So looking to accumulate a lot of Bitcoin more than the alts. I'm not really accumulating alts right now. I don't even want to say, maybe a little XRP, maybe a little bit of this, maybe a little bit of that, but not. I am not focusing on DCAing into alts right now. Alts are likely going to bleed much more, especially if Bitcoin goes. If Bitcoin goes to 10K, the alts are going to get wrecked, absolutely wrecked. So just keep that in mind. Let's see. Was listening in. I'm at now though, and I'm at work now and have to sign off. See y'all tomorrow. Captain Kirk, have a good night. Thank you for everything you do. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, snagged one at 990. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all, man. I've locked in a fair bit of ETH around 1K. Let's go. Not too bad chemistry, bro. Not bad at all. Bro, exactly what I said earlier. Great minds. Let's go, Neil. Let's go. Let's see. Let's see. BTC and ETH both crossed above the 50 moving average, and it crossed the 200 this morning, or did I read it wrong? We could try to look at that, Josh. Big news. Can we look forward to big news? Can we look forward to the near term? I don't know what that was referring to. I'm sorry. Sun's about down and gotta go now. See you tomorrow, Mafia. Get them trades. Let's go, Ryesh. Let's go. 570 people in here, guys. Going for 600 likes. I think we can make it. Today's energy brought to you by this blue cup of volcanic Hawaiian water. Carbonated for some reason. Anyway, yeah, smash up that like button for your boy, guys. Help out the Mafia here. Frankie, with all this inflation, keeping the sauce free is an amazing feat. Palmetto Nick, absolutely. Listen, guys, listen. Like I always say, the Discord is 100% free, right? Whatever you guys get in Discord right now is free and will always be free. I'm not going to ever take anything away from the Discord. Now, what I might do, further down the line, maybe is, maybe we do something cool with an NFT drop or something. If someone holds one of the rare ones, right? There might be ones that are more rare that give you access to a locked channel in Discord where I put TA every single day. Or maybe I put, different TA, or, I give you guys extra access to, other exclusive stuff. But whatever you guys are getting in Discord right now will always be free. So it might not be every single day, but I'm putting my TA in there very often. I make my calls in there. They've been hitting. I'm just gonna go ahead and pat. This is for everybody. I'm patting the Mafia on the back here because our calls in Discord have been pretty dang good. But all that will remain free always, right? If we decide to add more stuff, I will add extra value. I will never take anything away. So that TA that you guys are getting in there is basically going to be free. Maybe it's not every single day, but it's a lot, right? It's a lot. You guys can kind of check in there, keep an eye on what I'm looking at, get access to my charts. I hop in the trading Discord and just chat with you guys in there when I have time. So yeah, definitely free. Video's free. This live stream is free, right? I'm answering questions directly. You got a question, I'll answer it. Whatever it is. So yeah, we keep it free. I know it's rough out there, guys. It is. Listen, this YouTube channel is obviously a business. We have to make money too, in some ways. But whatever you guys are getting for free right now is always going to be free. Let's see. When Frankie gets super chats, I'm throwing him some love each day. Hashtag value. Crypto Billy, I love you, man. You're the best. Yeah, super chats. I will say, update on the super chats. We got the get this done now. I don't know what the problem is. There's some kind of problem. We have people dealing with it. But in my last meeting, it was like, hey, let's figure this out like 20 minutes ago. So the super chats are creeping up. They're going to be here, and you guys will know because I'm putting it on the thumbnail. I don't care if it has nothing to do with crypto. If we get super chats, it's going on the thumbnail. Let's see. 476 likes today. Let's go, DJ Mad. Let's get it. Chemistry Bro says, Frankie, let me make the NFTs. I'm a 3D artist. I'll do it for you. I can render and randomize it all too. Done it before. Let's go. Chemistry Bro, I appreciate you. I will keep you in mind. Like I said, this will probably be a little bit down the road, but I will definitely keep you in mind, man. That'd be cool, right? NFTs featuring Chemistry Bro. You could have an NFT representing you. You just have like a very rare, maybe you'll be one of the rare ones. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. If you had to guess what the Ethereum floor would be, let's go. We could have a little bit of fun. I will preface it with this, guys. This is speculative. This is speculative. I'm not saying anything's definitely going there. I will say it right off the bat. Bottom of this box, 750, 760. this is in the cards, right? There's nothing, we are pretty close to that, and that is in the cards, right? Let's go to a higher time frame here. Your 786 coming in at about 273. Now, that would be like apocalyptic in my opinion. But, you know, 600. 600 at least right now, depending on how apocalyptic this whole financial situation the world is in gets. 600 is probably my apocalyptic number. This is a fib. This is a fib level, but 600 is probably my apocalyptic number. You know, underneath that, 400, you do have some support there, and then you're getting pretty close to that fib level. I would say 750 is in the cards. 600 is probably like my lowest prediction. But I trade these markets, guys. If we get to 600 and it looks bad, I will tell you it can go lower, right? I'm not saying there's no way it's going below 600, but I'm saying 600, in the worst case scenario, could be in the cards. I would say that. Let's see. If Bitcoin sees 10K, it's gonna get pretty ugly for everything else. So just keep that in mind. Let's see. Still don't know what a Tinder is. Interesting. Crypto Billy, it might be better that you don't know what Tinder is. Let's see. Attendees? Let's see. Oh, we got our web chat people in here. Let's go. Get them out of here. Get them out of here, Tony. Let's go. Frankie, that video about Crypto Power Index by Paul Barron is going to be a masterpiece, isn't it? Rob, we've been working on this video since we started the channel. No, actually, Rob, I am actually going to ask you for a favor. I've looked into it. And I found some stuff, but there's not that much. If you could guide me to what information, like, should I be going to his YouTube channel? Does he have a YouTube channel? I looked into it. It wasn't the easiest thing to find. So if you could actually Discord me some links or something so I could check it out and know I'm looking at the right thing, send it over because I would like to look at that. And hey, listen, we're recording a video tomorrow. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but if I could get enough research in on this, maybe we'll get it out tomorrow. You never know. Maybe not. I don't want to make any promises. But shout out to Rob. We've been working on this video for a while. Wick says, hey, I'm here finishing Pensacola, Florida vacation. Thank you, crypto. I'm beat. Just got home. Just mowed the lawn. You folks have a good one. Life goes on. Let's go, Wick. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. I hope you had a good vacation, my man. Rob said, anything. Let's go. Yeah, shoot me something, Rob. I would like that. On it, boss. Let's go. We're giving you a consigliere badge in Discord, Rob. Let's see. I'm so good at losing money in crypto. If losing money was a sport, I'd be champion. Kyle, one thing to say to that. Sometimes you got to be a champion at losing the money before you're a champion at making it. So just remember that. You got to learn sometimes. And unfortunately, sometimes I try to help you guys learn through my mistakes, but sometimes you got to touch the hot stove. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I say, right? I was told when I first started trading with leverage. I remember people saying, Frankie, keep it low leverage, 2 to 3x. And I'm just like, no, but if I put it to 100x, I could get rich. And they're like, don't do that. It doesn't work like that. You're going to lose all your money. It's very dangerous. Don't do that, Frankie. And then I do it. I got to touch the hot stove. You get burnt, and then you learn your lesson, right? So hopefully you guys can learn from me. Don't use 100x leverage. Never use 100x leverage. You are gambling at that point. If you are going to use 100x leverage, please just understand that you're gambling your money and most likely going to lose your money. 100x leverage has no place in your trading strategy unless you're gambling, right? No one can tell you what to do. But I don't use 100x leverage. Very low leverage. You want to use it as a tool. It's not a quick get-rich-quick scheme. You're not just going to use 50x leverage and get into 2 trades and make $1 million. It's not going to happen, right? And if it does, you're an anomaly. But you want to use reasonable low leverage. Use it as a tool, right? If you're trading with X amount of money, you want to 2x that money. Give yourself a little extra power, right? That's worth it, right? You could use it as a tool, but you only want to do it if you're an experienced trader, right? And even if you're an experienced trader, don't use 100x leverage. What are you, crazy? No, I'm just kidding, guys. But yeah, don't, be careful with the leverage stuff, guys. Let's see. Frankie, all fun here, but what is your prediction for next top of the market? All we have to go off is some previous rips, but I feel like a 17x on the cards again for the next run. Yeah, I mean, let's hit 100K and see what happens, right? I mean, you got to think about what people thought it was going to go to this cycle. People were calling for You know, you got to remember, 100K was kind of the target after people realized it wasn't going to go to 500,000, right? I feel like everyone was calling for 300,000, 400,000, 500,000. I think JP Morgan said 500,000, right? And then we didn't get anywhere near even 100K. So I might wait to see what everyone else says and then just shoot for like 5x less than that. People are going to be calling for 500K. I'm going to call for 100K, maybe. But yeah, we could take a deeper look into that. Yeah, I would say let's get to 100K and then see what happens. But yeah, you just don't want to overshoot it again. Chuse Crypto, what is going on? Experience and 100x leverage aren't in the same sentence. Yes, Chuse, absolutely. But yeah, Chuse, thank you for being here, man. Shout out to you. I only risk 1% of my portfolio per trade and factor in leverage in that. Yeah, that's a decent strategy. Like, yeah, I mean, if you're trading with $2 and you want 100x leverage, it is kind of relative, right? Depends on what you're doing. But, you know, in general, if you're trading with a decent amount of money, you don't want to, like, if you're trading with 5% of your account on 100x leverage, that is risky. Let's see, 150K makes sense if we hit 10K. Yeah, that's true. What should our next short be, is what I assume Alfred meant. Alfredo, what is going on, man? Our next short. I am not currently in any shorts. I will preface it with that. I have closed out my entire ETH short that we were in, just so you guys know, for about 1,700 profit. Like 16 something, almost 1,700. But yeah, I mean, next short, we could keep an eye, right? You know, with that daily bullish divergence, you want to be careful. But, you know, I'm thinking, you know, if we do get above this level and come up here and we start showing some bearish signs, maybe we can turn around there. But right now I am not in shorts. I am actually hunting for longs. You know, I'll be hunting for shorts too if they pop up. But right now I'm being very careful on both sides, to be honest. But we'll see. I will let you guys know in the Discord if I see anything. If I see anything interesting, I'll definitely update you guys. 100x leverage will get you wrecked quick. One wick and you're done. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the danger of 100x leverage, right? If Bitcoin sneezes, you're going to get liquidated. So just understand, if you use 100x leverage, the chances of that money being gone very quickly is very likely. Very, very likely. Even if you're a good trader, right? Even if you're a good trader. Crypto Anon, LFG, congrats, bro. Thank you, Crypto Anon. I appreciate that, man. I got the CandleMafia behind me. It's not, you know, sometimes people point stuff out, and we got the CandleMafia behind us. But thank you, Anon. I appreciate you. Yeah, I know you're out there crushing it too. I know you out here crushing it, Anon. Let's see. After being here and watching all the tutorials, learning from everyone, and practicing myself, I turned to. Hang on. I'm going to get my money. I'm getting my money for this one. Somebody took my money. I don't have my money, but we're throwing Post-its for you, man. We're throwing Post-its. Who said it? Stevie Franchise says, after being here and watching all the tutorials, learning from everyone, and practicing myself, I turned 200 to 6,500, trying to work on consistent gains. Appreciate you, Frankie, and everyone here. Somebody clip it. We're throwing the money for you, Stevie. Let's go. Shout out to you, man. Out there crushing it. So happy we were able to play a part in that. Shout out to you, Stevie. Congrats, man. That's super exciting. 200 to 6,500 is nice, bro. Good job. Very, very, very good job. Kudos to you, brother. That is amazing. What kind of leverage are you using, brother? Or if you are you even using leverage? And if you are, let the people know, right? I bet you it wasn't 100x if I had to guess. 200 to 6,500. Let's go, man. Let's go. Somebody clip it. Let's go. Stevie out here killing it. Guys, the CandleMafia be out here. The CandleMafia be out here. They be trading. They be learning. They be learning. They be trading. They be making money. And we all do it together. Let's go. And even if the price is going down. Let's go. Louder for those in the back. Let's go. Let's go, Daddy Zach. Frankie Candles, where should I get started with TA? Great guy, Gav. Check out, this is for number one. I know not everyone has time to tune into these live streams, but I would say this. Listen, if I was in your situation, and I didn't really know anything about TA, or I knew a little bit, whatever the case might be, and I knew about this YouTube channel, watch all the tutorials, right? We're somewhat of a new channel, so it's not like, it's not like super, super large amount of videos. check out all of our tutorials. I break a lot of stuff down really, really simply. Definitely watch all those. That'll get you kind of a baseline of how to find key levels. It basically just show you just generally how to get into TA. And then once you get through all that stuff and you have a basic understanding of how to find key levels, you know, how to use a Fibonacci retracement tool, how to read the chart, right? I go pretty basic. I go from basically complete beginner all the way to expert, right? So watch all the pre-recorded videos, the tutorials, any videos we have on the YouTube channel. Just binge watch all that stuff. And then also, you know, even if it's dated, right? And even if you don't have time, if you have time, tune into the live streams every single weekday. It's basically a TA class, right? I go over what I think. People, you could take notes, whatever you want. If you have questions, I read almost every single chat. I try to answer everybody. I'll answer your questions. So the live streams are probably, if I was learning TA and someone was doing live streams like this, it would be invaluable to me. This is really what I was looking for. I kind of based this whole YouTube channel off of what I would be looking for if I were just starting, right? So definitely tune into live streams, even if you watch some of the older live streams. You know, obviously the price info is going to be dated, but all the information is very good, right? I show you what I look for on the charts to find trades, when to get into trades, when to get out of trades. So yeah, you're in the right spot, man. So shout out to you. Stick around, and you will be making money like Stevie in no time. It took me 30 days. Dude, $6,500 in 30 days is great, bro. That is great. People don't make that in a month. Shout out to you, man. Or, yeah, you made it in a month. People don't make it in a month. So shout out to Stevie. I'm just focused on consistency. The bag will always grow. The gains will get bigger. Stevie. Louder for the people in the back. It's almost like he watches the YouTube channel. Stevie, yeah, absolutely. That's what I tell people all the time, man. Focus on the consistent gains, and you can always increase your capital, right? That's what focus on the gains. I want to get 20% a week. I want to get 10% a day. I want to get 20% a day. Whatever the number is, right? Strive to get those gains. Whether the dollar amount is you're winning, if you win a 20% trade and you make $1 or $100, it doesn't matter. Don't even think about that. You could paper trade it, right? It doesn't even matter. The amount of money you're making does not matter in the beginning. Focus on the green trades, the percentages, the consistency of winning, right? Learn how to follow a strategy, and then once you get those consistent gains, your account will slowly grow over time. But not only that, but your confidence will increase. And then when you're actually confident that, you know, wow, I've been making, 10% a day every day for 2 months, like, there's gonna be ups and downs. Obviously, you're gonna lose some trades here and there, but once you feel comfortable with the ratio of your wins to losses, you'll feel a little more comfortable risking a little bit more of your money, right? And then the more you risk, the more you'll make. And then over time, your account will just slowly grow, and it's exponential like a snowball, and just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, right? And then you're making quick gains. What you don't want to do is while you're learning to trade, you don't want to fund your account with 50 grand and just start trading with that as a beginner, right? You're going to lose that money, most likely. So start small, get the consistent gains, and then you can always either increase your capital by adding more money or just grow a small account. And then, if you're trading with 1% of your account, and 1% of your account is $1, granted, it would be really hard to grow an account like this. But just for simple math, if you have $100 in your account and you're only putting 1% on each trade, you're trading with $1. If you make 50%, you made 50 cents, right? And then when you get your account to $200, now you're trading with $2 on every trade. Now when you make 50%, you're making a whole dollar, right? Then when your account is at $400, now you're trading with more money, and then 50% on that is much more, and it just snowballs, right? So shout out to Stevie. You're out there crushing it, and you're doing it the right way, man. Shout out to you. I like that. You're a model. Yeah, people need to be like you, man. Let's go. Let's see. Eyes on the road, bud. Let's see. That's exactly where I'm at and why I'm here. Let's go, Josh. You're in the right spot. We're gonna be throwing post-it notes for you anytime. Sometime soon here. A win is a win, absolutely. Matt Lane says, "Bing bong." Let's go, Matt. Let's go. Let's see. Had to put some pants on. Is Frankie still frozen? I don't think I'm frozen. Am I frozen? Frankie, do you get instant deposit access on Femex? I fund my Femex account with crypto. I don't know if you're talking about like bank transfers or whatever. I just fund it with crypto. Can people in the U.S. leverage trade on Femex? Yeah, you might have to use a VPN, but yeah, I do it. You could put, if you guys want to sign up for Femex to trade, with or without leverage, they do have a spot exchange as well. Oh, whoops. Sorry, David. I accidentally deleted your message. I did not mean to do that. Sorry, brother. Yeah, if you guys want to sign up for Femex, you can use my referral link. It will, full disclosure, help out the channel just a little bit, but you will get a deposit bonus. So, that's Femex will give you a little more money to trade with, so you're using more of their money, less your money. But be careful. If you're using leverage, be careful. If you're not an experienced trader, do not use leverage. But if you do, and you want to give it a try, and, short or long Bitcoin, make money with the price going up or down, go ahead and click on that link. Let's see. Hashtag value. Shout out to Blanchard's Bees. I appreciate you. How long? We got an hour, 49 minutes. 500 likes, guys. 100 more likes. We need 600 likes to spin that wheel, or we're not spinning it. I'm kidding. But yeah, 600 likes. That's what we're going for, guys. Let's just take a quick look at XRP, and then we'll get into spinning the wheel of pain and pleasure. Let's see. All right. So, yeah, daily. Yeah, you did pull a bullish divergence on the daily. Again, not really playing out in the biggest way. VWAP above the zero line. Let's look at some of these higher time frames. Yeah, you did have a bullish divergence on the 12-hour, 8-hour, same thing. You're just stuck. You're stuck under this resistance. Maybe you just range around in here. 32 cents, coming in at 32 cents. Guys, we have been calling for a 29-cent XRP since like up here. When we were like up here trading up in this triangle, we were talking about like worst case scenarios. We were saying 29 cents, and we are just literally came down to the exact level. Like we drew this line at 29 cents months, like long time ago. This line has been there, and we've finally come down to visit it, and we are hanging out there for a little bit. So yeah, everything right now just kind of following Bitcoin, guys. So, but I did give you guys the levels to watch on Bitcoin and Ethereum. So there you go, guys. I will be in and out of the Discord as new stories develop. As we get more information, guys, I will keep you updated on the Discord. So yeah, right now, main things: bullish divergence on the daily. Keep an eye on it. You don't want to ignore it, but be very careful. Because the bullish setups have not been playing out lately, so just nothing is playing out. How to short on Femex? There you go, Tyler, shouting out that video to show you how to short on Femex and make money while the price is going down. So yeah, let's see. Palmetto Nick says, Frankie, you gave me the idea of adding all the extra time frames on TradingView. Really nice to see different perspectives on my chart that way. Yeah, let's go, Palmetto Nick. That's yeah, nice. I'm happy we got you looking at other time frames. I love that. Let's see. Looks like the daily hammer is about to close green. Is that right? Is that right? Let's go. Hey, this is okay. Yeah, this is a good sign. Okay. Yep, closing above this. Yeah, closing above this level too. That is nice. So yeah, listen. You want to obviously be careful in a bear market, but don't sleep on that daily bullish divergence. All right, guys, I think that is all we got for today's stream. Thank you for everybody who stuck through till the end. 516 likes, not 600, but we got pretty close. So with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and something just crawled across my leg. Yikes. Let's go ahead and spin that wheel of pain and pleasure. Bada boom. All right, how many giveaways do you think we're going to give away this week? Is it going to be 55 NFTs, 200 Cardano, 200 XRP? Or is it going to be 3 NFTs? Let's see. Spin number 1. Let's go. 520 likes. Listen, if we get 600 by the time we're done spinning, I will give you guys the 6th spin, but we got 5 right now. 15-minute Discord hangout. Let's go. I'll be in there, guys. I will be in there. Spin number 2. Let's get it. I do. Oh, we ran. Okay, good. I was going to say, I got to record this BitBoy crypto video, which is kind of weird. How do you guys feel about Night off. Let's go. How do you guys feel about me doing the 9 p.m. Crypto Daily wrap-ups on Ben's channel and then throwing it to myself? To do the market watch. Kind of weird, right? Okay, spin number 3. Let's go. Come on, baby. Yeah, guys, at this point, we're kind of waiting for the super chats to completely revamp this wheel. We are going to change the giveaway. There we go, baby. Spin number 3 gave you a giveaway. Let's go. 440 people left in here. Well, we're creeping up towards 600 likes, guys. Well, I think we can do it. All right, spin number 4. Come on, baby. Give him another giveaway. Give him another giveaway. Give him another giveaway. Give it to him. Ah, come on. All right, I'll see you guys in Discord. I've been spending a lot of time in Discord, so maybe I could go in there and do like a voice chat thing. I'm still a noob on Discord, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Come on, give it to him. Give it to him. All right, we'll give you 1 for good luck. We'll give you guys 1 for good luck. We can't just end today on 1 giveaway. Come on. Come on. Give it to him. Give it to him. I tried, guys. I tried. I'm sorry. That's okay. We got all week to get more giveaways, guys. So, guys, that is all I got for today's stream. Again, thank you so much to everybody. Hey, follow MetaMoney, by the way, guys. Follow MetaMoney and NFT Alpha. I didn't say that today, but shout out to them. They are awesome. But, guys, with all that being said, I think that's all we got time for tonight. Debate Crypto is live right now, so definitely go check out Debate Crypto. They're covering the news. They're covering the fundamentals. Basically everything we don't cover. I cover TA. I cover trading. We don't really cover news or fundamentals. So if you want to go get your fundamental/news fix, head over to Debate Crypto. I know Tyler or Tony will link it in chat. Let them know Frankie Candle sent you. Please let them know I'm sorry I can't make it tonight. I got to film this video for Ben. But let them know Frankie Candle sent you and give them that CandleMafia love. Show them some support. And with all that being said, guys, that's all I got for this stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time. Set your stop losses. Use good risk management. And please, 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 for the love of God, stay away from 100x leverage. I love each and every single one of you. That's all I got. See you next time. Frankie Candle's out. Bing bong.
Tyler Ramos.